We just heard from Anthony Picone, and Anthony has been getting a lot of emails here since we started playing some tracks off his new album, which has one of the coolest cover pictures I've ever seen in a chair that I totally want and would probably be the exact size that the mother on Honey Boo Boo could fit in comfortably. This is a big-ass chair.
It's a high chair.
Yeah, it is. Anthony Picone here with us, along with his beautiful wife and our friend, longtime collaborator with us, Miss Beth Rooney here. Anthony, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Well, this is going on right now. First of all, where did you get the big-ass chair?
The Saint Hotel.
The Saint Hotel, they have that?
It's across from the Tropical Theater.
What was it like asking them if you could use that chair? And where did they get it?
I didn't have to ask. I just walked in.
He just took it.
Just walked in, dressed like a rock star, and walked out right now. Anyway, we have been mentioning that I guess in another week or so, you're heading to open up for Kansas.
Yeah, this weekend, this Saturday, April 30th, flying up to New Jersey.
Really?
And,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing two shows. Friday night is going to be at Mexicali Live in Teaneck.
Been there. I've been there.
And then Saturday is the Kansas gig. And
wow.
It's about, I think it's about 2,000 people.
Really, Kansas?
Yeah, I think it's a sold out show at this point.
Now, how did that come about? How do you get? I mean, you're down here playing in Key West. I would like to actually preface this with. Not too long ago, Anthony was playing with the best and most famous band in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the Benjamins, and one day said, I think I'd like to do this by myself, and I'd like to do it on a tropical island. Picked up with his wife, Beth, moved down here. Anthony is also a Renaissance man who is an expert at filming, TV, movies, and, of course, the music, which you just heard, and we will hear another one here in just a few minutes. Anthony, was it difficult to walk away from that situation with the Benjamins? I mean, there was guaranteed money, huge amounts of money, everybody kissing your ass every day.
At that point, it wasn't, because I was kind of over it.
You're like Bunny Carlos and Cheap Trick.
Bunny Carlos. But no, I was in the band 8 years, and about 4 years into it, I realized that the original project wasn't really going anywhere. Maybe we just all weren't on the same page, which is cool. You know, what happens. And I just got tired of the Jersey scene. I saw like the money started declining, and the people that were going to shows was declining for every band. And I got tired of the weather and traffic. Writing
on the wall is foresight, as some people might say.
Like the last 4 years were a little torturous, but you know, we came here to play at Sloppy Joe's in 2011,
and that was
the catalyst.
That was it for you.
I looked at Beth and said, "Let's move down."
Well, that's what I mean. When I saw, and Beth had been coming on the show for a while, so I went down to Sloppy Joe's to see the Benjamins with you guys there, and I found out that we both had the same agent. Yep. Steve Tarkanish, the Shark Tarkanish.
Tark the Shark.
Tark the Shark right there, who's threatening to come down and visit sometime soon. But
well, you know, he did push the envelope and got bands to make a lot of money. I have to give him that much credit. He was very ingenious in that respect. Yeah,
well, it's just weird that happened, and we knew a lot of different people. So you made the move to come down here. Do you think you're creative, because you said the original project wasn't going forward like you would want to, because in most copy bands, especially in this day and age, you have to have a faction of it, you know what I mean, unless you're just happy playing Tom Petty.
Well, I think everyone has to be on the same page, you know.
Right, but it also takes time. You have to rehearse.
Right. Well, there was a lot of money to be made in the New Jersey cover scene. I mean,
I bought 2 houses, man.
Yeah, I mean,
playing Back in Black every night.
Yeah, that's the thing. A couple of the guys bought houses and had children, and they were just into a little more of the secure part of being a musician.
Right, that's what I said.
I mean, it's awesome to do that.
You threw caution to the wind, and that's normally a recipe for disaster, but you've turned that into something else. Do you think your creativity has changed at all since living on this tropical island?
Absolutely.
A tropical island.
One of the reasons why I moved here is because the first time I came down in like 2001 or so, I just felt this energy from the island. It wasn't even like the weather or the music. It was just, I felt like I can create here. You know,
Bird is the exact opposite. He does most of the shows from the floor now because he doesn't have the energy for it right there.
There's no energy.
So you've been doing now your new album, like I said, has been getting. I played what I normally do, especially if it's a friend of mine like you guys are. Here, I'll play it blind, as we call it. I don't say what it is, and then I see if people ask me for it. The first time I played it was 2 weeks ago. I got a couple emails. Then I did it, and I announced it, and there was 31 emails, and they came from all over the place. I mean, from iHeartRadio. There's one from Spain.
Really?
That likes it. Yes, there's a girl over there named Isabella that would definitely. I can't read most of that with it, but she likes to have sex with musicians. I don't know how cool Beth would be with that, but it's open season. If you ever get over to Barcelona, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You guys probably have a free place to stay. Beth will have to keep herself busy for a while now, I think there, but. And I could clearly see that something was happening with this. So then I played your other cut, Surrender, on this. It sounds to me like, and I've heard your work before, you are absolute genius guitar player. I could explain some of the things I've seen him do there that blew my mind at different places, especially Gilbert's Resort. But you know what I mean? So it seems to me this is more of a country rock album. It's from what I've heard. It's a little bit of a different direction.
Not, I wouldn't say country. I would say more folksy.
Blows, like, it's like.
But it's all different though. There are some songs that are very like California, America-esque, a little Steely Dan influence.
Right.
I guess just being in a mellow environment kind of mellowed out my sound.
No, I'm not saying I love it. I love it here.
I'm trying not to label myself, and I'm writing all different kinds of music.
Well, your voice sounds fantastic on those. Now, as far as these songs right here, were they all written right here?
Yeah, all written in Key West over the last year. We had moved into this really cool house, Riviera Drive, across from actually down the road from where Jimmy Buffett used to live. And as soon as we moved in, I'm like, this house is going to be awesome to write music in. And I did. I just started writing songs, and they just came to me really quick. And
do you know, I mean, the Key West Songwriters Festival is coming next week. I'll probably interview 50 songwriters next week. Some of them know when they have a hit song. Or now, out of this batch that you have out on this album right now, the record business is a horrible business to be in right now. But out of this right now, Jeannie comes down and says, all right, you can have one hit song off this, and it's going to be a big one. Which one would you pick off if you're?
I would say Respectfully. Third track.
Okay.
Simply because it's not a country song, but it's kind of folksy, and I think that people that like that music would like it. It also crosses over into the rock. Pop category. Well, so I would probably choose that one. But my favorite song on the record is Maybe Someday.
Maybe Someday? I haven't even heard that one yet. So
I think you'd like it.
I'm going to have to get that on here. Now, you're a BMI music, a licensed music person. Yeah. Are you playing at the festival next week at all?
I am not. By the time I got the album together, it was a little too late. So I'll probably looking to doing that next year.
Now, you recorded, you did all of the instruments on this yourself, didn't you?
Except the drums.
Except the drums?
And I did have some I did the vocals, guitars, bass, some of the keyboards, and I had some local musicians. Erickson Holt played keyboards on a few songs. Ross Brown played percussion. Darryl Brook played the steel guitar on the last song.
But you engineered, mixed, produced the whole thing.
Yeah, I engineered, mixed, produced it, recorded it.
Is that something that you enjoy doing, having that kind of hands-on situation right there, or could you give somebody like our friend John Bouval be on? Was on today with us right there as a music producer. Could you give up control of your music to a producer if you were asked to?
I can give up maybe the mixing part of it.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people like to, and if you don't hold on to it tight these days, somebody takes it away from you, you don't make any jack.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it's cool to be able to wake up in the morning, make a cup of coffee, and record a guitar part, or record a vocal part, and kind of do it at my own pace because my schedule is so busy that the window where I could actually sing to record, because my voice is shot a lot of times, it's very small. So it's actually very convenient to be able to do it in my house.
Right.
And as far as like the actual production, I mean, the songs that I write are exactly the way I hear them in my head. So I feel they should remain.
That's the definition of an artist, whether it's visual art or musical art.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, I don't really try to write pop songs, but some of them just come out poppy, some of them don't. And I have other styles of music that I'm working on putting together.
And so how can people get a hold of this?
Anthony Picone,
at your live shows. We'll get into that in a minute.
My website is anthonypicone.com. It's Picone.